Hey everyone, how's it going? We're discussing can men be going their own way be useful? And if so, how? So we discussed this a little bit in our last video. Is MGTOW harmful? Which you can find here. So generally speaking, you know, guy going their own way, there's two main, I would say three main variations of how men appear to go their own way. One is celibacy, voluntary celibacy. Two is pump and dump, finding women and sexing them, putting them to sleep for free. And three is otherwise doing it with, prostitutes or sex dolls. Those are the three main ways men go their own way. They either just take care of themselves or otherwise don't have sex at all. Find women they just have sex with and just use only for sex, or find devices with whom to have sex, or women they just purchase for sex. Now, regardless of how he does it, I think as long as he's taking care of himself and keeping himself clean and healthy, I feel it's actually a good idea for him to consider. I don't think that men should marry before they're 35. He needs to hit his prime. Between 35 and 45 are the best marrying ages for any man, but definitely not before 25 ever. So with that in mind, what we think is, we have to realize is, before he's 35, he's gonna want to have some sexual experience. He's gonna want to have dating experience, right? He's not gonna just walk into the market at 35, even with with $10 million in the bank and 80 million in assets and, the pecs, the shoulders, and just get a wife, a good wife, without knowing. And even if he does, if he's a virgin, how can he keep her? If she's a virgin too, but if they're both virgins, it's just, what? I can't see that being well. Pleasure is an important part of what what husbands are for, which we'll get into. But husbands lead, and what they do is protect, provide, and then please their wives and family. And sexual pleasure is a part of that. So having experience will help him do that. Having experience dating will help him handle her. Having experience with dating will teach him how to be around women. Having a rotation of women will teach him how to juggle women, how to juggle his life, how to stay on his purpose while having women. And so when he has to give all the attention he used to give to 6 women to give to one, and actually probably give her more attention than he's giving the 6 combined, he already knows how to stay on his purpose and please a woman. And he has experience. He knows how to move around. He knows what kind of gifts work, what kind of dates work and don't work. So this is good. You do date. You never stop dating your woman. Even when you're married, you never stop dating. And it has to be every week, every other week. It really should be every week. Every single week you should see a gal, take her somewhere, do something. A special date night, or kick the kids out so you have a night at home. One of the two. Every week it should be either you go out, even if it's a picnic, and you go to the grocery store and spend $10. How can MGTOW be useful for a man, and therefore for us as women, as we seeking our husbands, as we think and plan and prepare for our husbands? Well, if let's say he decides he's going to be stone cold virgin. MGTOW number 1, voluntary celibate, but at this point virgin. He's 16 years old. He's seen things too much. He decided, I'm not going to deal with these women at all. Now, by about 25, I feel he should get back to the dating game. He should be like, okay, I'm 25. I've seen things. I've known life, but I know that in about 10 years, I'm gonna be ready for my wife. Let me spend some time dating, get to know someone, dust off this V card, right? And get my prowess up, so I can learn how to practice my alpha energy around women. Because we know there's guys out there who are all alpha around men and just beta around women, and women just use them, trash them. Johnny Depp, I think, is a good popular example of a guy who knows how to make money and clearly knows his way around men and how to navigate his field, found his purpose early on as an actor, good looking to them, none of my business. But he's just some regular southern white boy who struggles with women quite a bit. He's had like 4, 5, 6 wives. And I'm pretty sure all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and is now in the Harry Potter movies because he has an excellent agent, is so that he can pay all of his alimony checks and keep an apartment, right? Because he's just got, right? So he's great with the money and with his purpose, and just not so good with the women. So you need practice, guys. You guys gotta go out there and sharpen your teeth, and nothing prepares you like getting in the game. Now, maybe it might work better in reverse for some guys. Maybe, you know, you were young and you were out here getting yours, and now you're about 30 and you need to focus. It's you're hunkering down in your late 20s. It's time to cut all women out of your life. And, you know, maybe not even for sex, just do your own thing. Go buy a doll, whatever. And focus so that you can get your career, your purpose to your prime. Focus on your purpose. And now when you're in your mid-late 30s, you're able to say, okay, now I'm ready for my wife. Now the question then becomes of, as the dating game changes over time, at what point in his life is it best for him to do it? I would posit it's better to stay out of the dating game for a while until you're about in your early mid 20s, and then start dating around, have your fun, get your girls, but don't get too attached, right? Just focus on your purpose, but get those notches on your belt as many as you can. Get experience, stay healthy, keep yourself clean, protected, child-free, and then when you're 35-ish, start focusing on marriage. Now you can shift your dating into dating for marriage, and your sex. Now here's why. The dating game has shifted heavily in the last 10 years, at least in like the last 20 years. I mean, definitely the last 20 years, but I wasn't there at all. I am young. I remember what it was looking like in the early 2000s and what it's looking like now. And simple little things like, I heard, Craigslist personals was a big thing for casual flings. And I actually met people who met like their partner from Craigslist personals. So now that's been shut down, right? Social media had a huge impact. In 2004, it was Zynga, then MySpace, now Facebook, and Facebook is looking like it's still here to stay. So Facebook affects Instagram, the love of the Insta model. But, so let's see a guy who was 20 in 2004 and decided to go his own way, right? And decided to go MGTOW at 2004. He, said, hey, I spent a couple years in high school. I'm done. I'm doing my own thing. And he goes MGTOW in 2004. And now it's 2014. He's 30. He's like, all right, now I'm ready to get back in this dating game. And maybe I'll still be MGTOW in the sense that I'm not going to have a marriage. I'm just going to do the pump and dump thing so I can kind of get my teeth sharpened, get some notches in my belt. I think the dating game is quite different, and he's gonna need that time just to learn how to navigate, and hopefully find other YouTubers he can learn from, and a mentor and a coach to teach him how to do this. Now take the same guy who made it, was 20 in 2014 and 2004, but he decides, I'm gonna MGTOW, now, and I'm gonna MGTOW until I'm 25, until 2009, and now I'm gonna be maybe voluntarily celibate until I'm 25, 2009, and now I'm gonna start dating and pumping and dumping. Oh, I just hate to say, but it's the truth. It's what they say. And begins dating. I think the guy who did it in 2004. He'll have, if he stops at 2014, he'll do off better. But if he waits until 2019, until he's 35, to start dating, he'll be at a disadvantage than the guy who started dating in 2009, 10 years ago. So it's something to consider. If your brother who's watching this, and you know, to see it, and a sister for us to consider, you know, a man's present is more important than a man's past. And to say that a man's past doesn't matter, because it does, but his present is more important, because that's what you're marrying, his present. For women, our pasts are more important, because you're actually marrying more of our past, because our future is certain. If we're being a housewife. And so, you know, when you think about it, if a brother ever happens to tell you that, yeah, there was a while where I just didn't date, I had everything to do with women, I was on my purpose, you should applaud him. Like, that's a great thing. Because girlfriends can distract you from your purpose. Girlfriends will slow you down. Brothers will probably weigh you down more than they will help you. Now, if you need help paying the bills, and a girlfriend will probably help you pay the bills, and you'll get the sex out of the deal, and it probably ends up saving money as opposed to having a roommate and a woman on the side. Unless you can get a woman on the side who doesn't want anything at all but sex. Nothing whatsoever to do with you but sex, which is a very sweet deal. A lot of women are going to still want some excitement, something, because they don't want to feel like they're being used. So he says, something to consider. Do you want to go your own way? You know, is it useful for us as women, as feminine women? I mean, I would say teach your sons this. Go out there, have your fun. Don't get too attached. Don't really start worrying about a wife until you're in your 30s, mid to late 30s. And so don't get attached to the girls you're with, and don't worry about them. One of the gentlemen out here tells guys to just lie and say that you want marriage to just to get sex. I think that that's wrong. You don't have to lie. You know, there will be women out there who will just have sex to have sex. So we've talked about what is MGTOW, why go MGTOW, who goes MGTOW, is MGTOW harmful, and is MGTOW useful? The answer is yes. MGTOW is useful. It allows the guy to recuperate from his loss, from his pain that he suffered, so he can no longer be hurt. And the hope is that he will do the spiritual work he needs to do, the mental work he needs to do to no longer be hurt and to move forward. And for the guys who are young, who are deciding to go MGTOW, this is an excellent way to ensure that he gets his sexual prowess, his practice in, and so he can please his future wife. And so for you, lady, don't be one of these gals that gets used for these young men, or all you men. Don't get on these gals. Don't be a girlfriend. Don't be an F buddy. Don't be the fling. Don't be a one night stand. Be a wife. Be a wife. Wait for wifedom. It will come, and it'll be worth it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you love what I have to say? Do you hate it? Am I completely off base? Am I right? I feel like I know what I'm talking about, or else I wouldn't do this video. But what else do you want me to do? Do you want to hear more of my thoughts, or any questions you have relating to this that you think I can answer, some light I can shed on the topic? And we've got a lot more, so please do subscribe and hit that little bell so you know when my videos come out, and you can see if that's, you know, one that's useful to you. And so we can all learn and educate from each other. I'd love to learn from you, which is why I welcome your comments. Teach me. Each one teach one. And even if you're a teacher, you never stop learning. All right. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Au revoir.